Hi everyone. May 2025 is just around the corner. In this video, I want to give you an update, just a quick one, about the Social Security payment schedule for next month. Which day will you receive your benefits? Let me share a bit so that those of you who are receiving any kind of Social Security benefits can know ahead of time what day the money will come in, so you can plan your schedule for the upcoming month. All right, so here's the schedule I got directly from Social Security. This one covers the whole year, but I'm just going to focus on May for this video. Now, the first group I want to talk about are those of you receiving SSI benefits. That's Supplemental Security Income. If you get SSI, you always receive your payment on the first of each month, unless the first falls on a weekend or a holiday. If that happens, then Social Security will send out your payment on the last business day before the first. But if the first lands on a regular weekday, not a weekend or holiday, then you'll get your payment right on time. So this May, the first falls on Thursday. That's a regular weekday, not a holiday. So those of you getting SSI will receive your money on Thursday, May 1st, right on schedule. Okay, if you take a look at this schedule from Social Security, you'll see that the SSI payment dates are marked with a little circle. That's how they show when the money goes out. So right here, you'll see a circle on May 1st. That's when SSI payments are sent out for the month of May. But now, if you look closely at the calendar for May, you'll notice something else. There's another circle on May 30th. Why is that? That's because Social Security is sending out June's SSI payment early. Why? Because June 1st falls on a Sunday. Let me pull up the May and June calendars side by side so you can see for yourself. Okay, you see that? June 1st lands on a Sunday, and Social Security doesn't send payments on weekends. So instead, they'll issue the June SSI payment on the last business day before that, which is Friday, May 30th. So this May, if you're receiving SSI, you'll actually get two payments. One on May 1st for your May benefits, and another on May 30th, which is your June payment, sent early because the first falls on a weekend. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is for those of you who receive both types of benefits at the same time. That means you're getting SSI and Social Security together. For example, if you're receiving both your SSI and your regular Social Security, retirement, or disability benefits, here's how it works. Your SSI still comes on the first of the month, just like I mentioned earlier, but your Social Security benefit will usually come on the third of the month, unless the third falls on a weekend or a holiday. If that happens, Social Security will send the payment out on the last business day before the third. Now, if you look at the calendar for May, you'll see that May 3rd falls on a Saturday. That means your Social Security check will actually come a day early on Friday, May 2nd. So, for those of you receiving both SSI and Social Security, here's what to expect in May. You'll get your SSI on Thursday, May 1st, and your Social Security benefit on Friday, May 2nd. Okay, now let's move on to the next part. If you started receiving Social Security benefits before May 1997, and you're still getting them now, then your payment will always arrive on the third of each month. I'm talking specifically to those of you who only receive Social Security, not SSI, and you started collecting it before May 1997. For this group, your monthly benefit is scheduled for the third, but in May 2025, the third falls on a Saturday, and since Social Security doesn't issue payments on weekends, they'll send it one day earlier on Friday, May 2nd. Now, for those of you who only receive Social Security benefits and you filed for those benefits in May 1997 or later, your monthly payment date depends on your birth date, or the birth date of the person whose record your benefits are based on. In other words, the day you get paid each month will vary depending on when you were born or when the person you're claiming under was born. And each month, Social Security only issues regular Social Security payments on 3 specific Wednesdays. That's right, only 3 Wednesdays each month. The first Wednesday of the month is not a payment day. Payments go out only on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th Wednesday of the month. Now, your exact payment date depends on your birth date or the birth date of the person whose record you're receiving benefits from. If the birth date falls between the 1st and the 10th, you'll get your money on the 2nd Wednesday of the month. In May, that means you'll be paid on May 14th. If the birth date is between the 11th and the 20th, you'll get paid on the 3rd Wednesday. That means May 21st. And if the birth date falls between the 21st and the 31st, your payment will arrive on the 4th Wednesday. In May, that's May 20th. So depending on the birthday tied to your Social Security record, you'll be getting your payment on one of those 3 Wednesdays in May. And there's one more thing I want to mention, just so you're aware. This is the standard schedule that Social Security uses to send out monthly payments. But if you're receiving Social Security and you notice that your payment date doesn't follow this schedule, don't worry. It could be that your case is an exception. Sometimes a Social Security worker processes your application and sets a custom payment date for your record, something different from the usual rules we just went over. That's why some people might not follow this general payment pattern. So that's what I wanted to share in this video, a quick update on the Social Security payment schedule for May. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.